Oh, well, it says I'm live, so here we go. Hi, everybody. Good evening. It's Chantel Shay. This is Thirsty Thursdays. I know it's been a minute since I've been on. You know, it's been a lot going on, hasn't it? We're still dealing with this COVID stuff, and we're still dealing with people getting back to their new normal. We're still dealing with people, um, you know, just trying to adjust. I was at work and I actually told one of my supervisors with this that we do a lot with our physical safety right now to try to get us to act right and try to make sure we have our space. But we were getting so critiqued at work. I sat there and said, what about our mental health? Why does why does not everybody consider that maybe we need to start lifting people up instead of tearing people down so much? And I mean that in, they always say, if you tell somebody what they need to work on so they become better. Well, right now, what we need to work on is sometimes our spirit. Um, and I guess that's why I would say I do Thirsty Thursdays. Um, for those of you who have followed me for a while, and I know you want me to get into it. I know that. Um, oh, hey, lady. So glad that you said hi. Um, but yeah, it started out a few years ago, and it wasn't even video because it was oh hey, look, everybody's chiming in. um it wasn't even Thirsty Thursdays, it was a soapbox. And if something really upset me, I would go on to my Facebook and I do a status. I do dot 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 soapbox dot dot dot, just to, oh hey, like, oh my gosh, so many people just chiming in. Um but so I would do this and I would sit there and I'd spit my truth. I would say what I thought and say what I felt, and I did it more for myself for therapy. I didn't do it because I was trying to, Alex, thank you, sweetie. Um, I was trying to get a point across. Too many times. Rich, hello. Thank you, everybody. If I keep saying hi to everybody, though, I'm not going to get through this. But it's a blessing. I'm seeing all the comments come by. If you didn't know, I'm trying to work on my phone because I think it's a better picture than my webcam, and you see less in my room, which needs some cleaning up right now. Just to be quite honest, um, but it never was intended to become what it is. I think we all should have a Thirsty Thursdays. I think we all should have a soapbox. I think we all should be able to spit our truth, to talk about things, and I think that's the thing. We need to talk about things. Um, Hi, Kenny Lee. Um, and I don't do them every week. Because you know what? And that's a blessing because usually things are good. Things are blessed. Things are I really do downplay everything good going on in my life right now because I know there are people out there still struggling. I know there are people out there still, fighting their way through unemployment, through COVID, through illness, through death, and sometimes when I sit there and say, oh, well, I've had this, and this happen to me, and look at me, and I no. Uh, I'm happy. I'm good. I'm healthy. I have my challenges, but I know there are some people out there who have way harder challenges than me. So um, I think that's important to say. I think it's important to say before I really get into this. It is Thirsty Thursdays, best viewed with a glass of wine. But something else I think y'all need to know about me. Um, Real Housewives of Atlanta, they had this, I think her name was Cherie, and she had the nickname the Bone Collector, because she would hear stuff and say stuff about other people and save it for a rainy day. Well, I'm a little like that, but I'm also a little different. If anything I've learned in my life is that you can't react to anything if you want to be successful. You have to absorb it, whether it be a moment, an action, a feedback, process it, think about it, think your actions through. If it's something you even react to, and then, and only then, do you turn around and do something. Um, Sometimes I know things for a long time, and I wait for the truth to reveal itself to me that I already knew. Case in point, um, and this is not the subject. It's just something that I remembered happened to illustrate my point. I run the Ladies of Savoy Friday night show, and one of my big rules there is no ballads. It's because our music that plays in the showroom, no matter what we choose, plays through the entire club. So the last thing I want to do on a Friday night is subject somebody who's there not wanting to watch a drag show, but just wants to come out and unwind. I still want good music. It's what the party atmosphere. So that's why I say no ballads. Well, there was a day I was gone and a substitute teacher was there, a BJ, wonderful woman. She subbed for me and she was the host. And someone turned in a ballot. And one of the other girls said, we're not supposed to do ballots. And then a third said, well, Chantel's not here. I tell you, when I found out about that, I knew who said it. And I kept saying, because there was a mole, told me point blank. I said, who said it? I kept going around going, someone's eventually going to tell me. I kept asking the girls, who said it? None of them would tell me, not knowing I already knew. In fact, until this moment, none of them knew I already knew. The person who did say it eventually told me. And we had a conversation. And we are fine. But the thing is, if you don't react to things and you think about how you want to react, you don't get caught in situations. You don't get caught in bad situations. Some people need to learn that in this town. Yeah, here we go. So you all have been seeing some of my posts, and I do my posts the same way. The message needs to get out. I'm not trying to tear anybody down. And I've said from the beginning, I don't shout out someone's name because it's not about the person, it's about the situation. Unfortunately, that can't be the case here. Unfortunately, I put up a post a couple days ago. Yeah, about the showing of an OnlyFans page. So imagine my surprise when here comes the name, y'all. I shouldn't do it like that because it's really not funny. Imagine my surprise when Jackson walks up to me at the bar and says, Mama, I didn't do it. It wasn't me, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, I know it wasn't you. Why? Why would you think it was? Why do you think I was talking about you? He said, well, because everybody started texting me and sending me messages and dragging me through the mud and saying, why would you do that to Chantel? And made him feel awful. And I knew it wasn't him. I knew it wasn't him. And I started to laugh so hard because I said, child, guilty conscience? He said, no, it wasn't. And I'm like, Jackson, we're fine. It wasn't you. But my point's being illustrated again right now because Jackson was man enough to come up and have a conversation with me without assuming that I didn't think it was him. He was concerned about me and my feelings, enough so that he was willing to walk up to me and talk to me and say, hey, I heard you thought it was me. It's not me. Let's talk about it. And I was like, it wasn't you. And I adore you, Jackson, for loving me enough to walk to me when there's a problem. I love you, Jackson, to know enough in this town that people like to run their mouths and like to create drama that's not necessarily there. I love you, Jackson, because in all the people in this town, you're so authentic to who you are. You know when you fucked up and you own it. I love you for your spirit. I don't want you to be perfect. I want you to be the perfect version of you. And that's why I love you. And that's why I love that you gave me permission to use your name tonight. I will, surprise people. I actually messaged Jackson and said, hey, I need to make a point. Can I use your name? He said, what's it about? I told him briefly, and he said, oh, I thought I was in trouble again. Which makes me wonder what you've done this time. All that said and done. Jackson is who I was talking about today in the post. Now, I have gotten several text messages from outside people concerned about me and concerned maybe if I was talking about them. Guilty conscience, maybe? Let me tell you why I don't say names in Thirsty Thursdays. It's like a dragnet. Guilty people sometimes reveal their hands when they think they're about to be caught. It's called poker face. You tell me when you've done something wrong because you turn around and you assume it's about you. And then I'm getting text messages and voice calls and all this stuff. Act right and you don't have to worry about it. If you're not acting right and you have something to worry about, don't get mad at me. And let me also say this, just so everybody is very clear with how I handle my business. If you ever tell me that you're done with me, I'm going to respect you enough to let you be. I'm going to sit here in my house and relax. I'm going to go to my work and do my job. I'm going to spend time with my boyfriend and let us worry about other stressful things. But if someone is willing to walk away from me because of things they assume when there hasn't been a conversation, you're so concerned about what I think or what I say that you say you're done with me, and then you keep messaging me, be done or step to me. You know what I think, you know what I feel. Everybody knows what I think, I feel. Even in this moment, you know what I think and I feel. And if you have a problem with me or you think you've been so wrong, step to me. But it's not necessarily always going to be on your time. When you've attacked me, it's going to be on mine. When you've done wrong, it's going to be on mine. And let me also remind you, as the bone collector, sometimes I see things with my own eye, and then you tell me a story. Baby, I drink, but I'm not that drunk to not remember what happens on nights. And just because I didn't react that night, or that day, or that afternoon, doesn't mean I didn't see it with my own eyes. Maybe I just trust what I saw could not affect me. I could have been annoyed. Like this. This is an annoyance. Let me tell you what's going to happen. And this is my truth. Everything's my truth. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to log off. I'm going to finish my wine. I'm going to call my boyfriend. I'm going to play some World of Warcraft. I'm going to watch some Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm going to get ready for work tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to get up in the morning, go to work. After work, I'm going to go have dinner with friends and play on my weekend. I'm going to live my life. Now, if anybody wants to be a part of my life, the door is open. If you have run away from me, you needed to run away for a reason. If I'm that evil, or you believe those rumors, or your mind has made up the scenario so much that now you believe your own story, and you're done with me, or I'm an evil witch, or any of that, to some people I am. Some people I've earned it. Some people I haven't. But there's only 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our time on this earth is not unlimited. And I've learned you can either focus on those who do not support you or stay with those who lift you up. If I worried about what everybody else was thinking and doing and saying, I wouldn't have my boyfriend. If I worried about stressing about things I couldn't control, I would not be in control of my own life. So, why do I do Thirsty Thursdays? Because I have a voice and things need to be said. Why do I put my message out here like this? Because sometimes more than one person needs to hear it, and I didn't realize it until they showed their hands. Who am I? My name is Chantel Richey. I'm also known as Robert Martin. I am a 51-year-old man who has gone through life and made a lot of bad choices. Someone one time said they could be as big a bitch as me. Sometimes it's not a compliment. Sometimes I am this way because of the pain I've gone through. Right now, one of my children, I've said, the only good thing that can come out of some of my experiences is I'm helping her get through hers. And one day when she gets over her pain, she's going to become the warrior for the next person that has to go through the same tragedy. What I do is protect. And let me also say this. I've never ever asked any of my friends or my family to pick sides and ignore people just because I may not care for somebody. Because I don't care for everybody. Not everybody cares for me, clearly, but I have enough respect that just because I don't want to be friends with someone, or someone doesn't want to be friends with me, that I should also rally around and say no one can be friends with. So I had that happen way too much in school. So I will never ask anybody. And I actually told several of my kids, especially, I may be your mother, but that's okay. We don't have to like the same people. You just have to, as long as they respect you and they treat you right, it's okay. You don't need my permission. You don't need my permission to have friends. It's called being grown. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I really need to say tonight. And the truth is, I've got to go back to work tomorrow. Um, I've got a lot of things, a lot of. I don't even want to talk about some of the good things right now because I don't want to cloud what's happened here and the message I put out here. But just know that when you sometimes create your own whirlwind of things going on, you're affecting other people who had nothing to do with it, and you're causing them pain and anxiety. If you want to sit there and escalate something to rally the troops, you're doing nothing but causing pain and anxiety. When you run from your problems, your shoes wear out, you end up tired, you end up in a destination, the problems are still chasing you. The only way to face your problems is head on. And that's how I face my problems, y'all. Head on at Thirsty Thursdays. Uh, oh, is that right? I just, if someone just said bars are allowed to open Monday at 50% capacity. Well, I think I might be back in the saddle, y'all. Oh, see, you always have to end on a good note. I'm so excited. I'm going to go straight on to Spectrum 13 News or someplace and find out all the dish on that. We do have a lot of lessons coming up. I hope y'all are making it through this storm um, because we are going to come out of it stronger and better. If you um, if you have somebody you have problems with, talk it out. Don't listen to this chain of events going on here in Orlando. Because, like I said, um, uh, thank you, Don. I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. But like I said, poor Jackson got the brunt of it, and it wasn't even about him. And Jackson's my baby, you know. Yeah, Mr. Brown. Yes, the other Mr. Brown. I saw you in Key West without me. Ugh, that's okay. Um, but you know what? And everybody, let this be the lesson tonight. If you heard someone say something about you, walk up to them and then decide what to do. Don't ever be judge and jury on a rumor. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you are still there, oh, I have to work in the morning. Oh, so anyway, just stop it. That being said, I do have to work in the morning, so I'm going to sign off. If you are wanting to come and find me, it looks like I'll be popping back at Savoy hopefully very soon. I know I'll be there having an adult beverage. You can catch me still every Wednesday at the Proud My House. I am doing Bingo Untucked in the Disco right now. Well, that might be moving. We'll see what happens. But we're still going to be there on Wednesdays. And if you haven't seen my new bartender, Wesley, you are missing out. All love you all. Be well. Be you. I'm Chantel Richey, and I wish you all to have what? A gay day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.